Hi, and thanks for tuning in to this video detailing how to import PST files into Office 365. This is the first of many videos that I'd like to produce for the blog. So the guide is in a number of stages. The first stage is enabling the permissions so that you can actually perform the import and export. So first of all, if you can load up the Office 365 portal and log in. It's important to note that what you need to do is set the permissions and then wait at least 24 hours before trying to import your mail. Otherwise the permissions basically don't have enough chance to propagate. Okay, so now we're logged in, we go to Admin Centers and then Exchange. Then we go into Permissions. And then within the Admin Roles section, you want to look for Organisation Management and press the pencil to edit. Then within Roles, we want to click the plus symbol to add a role. And within the roles, we are looking for Mailbox Import Export. So double click or press the add button to add it. I've already got this permission here this time, but you would press OK here to add. Next, go to the bottom, press the plus symbol, and now we want to add a user to the organisation management group. So in this case I would use your global admin. Again, I've already added this, so I won't press the OK button, but you get the idea. And now we wait. So I normally would do this maybe at the end of the day, and normally the next morning it's ready to set up the import. So back in the admin console, we want to go to Users and Data Migration, and underneath Data Migration you have Upload PST files. This will take you to the Security and Compliance section, and it will give us a chance to create a new import job. On this video, the recording didn't quite go to plan, so you might not see me click a few options, but all I did at this section was press New Import Job. And as you can see now, it's asking you to name the job. It's important at this point to follow the instructions and type in a name in lowercase. Okay, so first of all, you want to click on Show Network Upload SAS URL, which will generate a URL. This normally takes only a few seconds. Now this is a link to your storage on Azure, which is where we're going to upload the PST files. So copy this URL to the clipboard and put in Notepad, and we'll come back to that later. Next, you want to download the AZ copy tool. This is a dedicated PowerShell shell, if you like, which will allow us to upload the PST files into the Azure storage. Also, whilst we're at it, if you go to www.storageexplorer.com, you can download the Azure Storage Explorer, which we will use to verify that your PST files have uploaded correctly. Okay, so going back into our tab with the import screen, we now want to open the companion guide. And what we want to do is look through the steps there. So you will see on step 2, upload your PST files to Office 365. There will be an example command line. As you can see that I've pasted into my notepad there the AZ copy line with some sections in the chevrons where you will change for your details. So that will be the location of your PST files, the URL that you copied earlier from the import screen, and then finally a path to a log file. Also, whilst you're within the instructions, the step-by-step instructions, you want to download a copy of the PST import mapping file for later. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the URL, copy it, and you can see here I'm going to replace it, the destination, with the URL. It's important here to put it in speech marks, otherwise the command won't work. Next up, we're going to put in the path on your local computer to where your PST files are stored. And then finally I'm pasting in the same path but putting in an upload log file at the end. What I would recommend is that you don't put any other files in this folder, or they will be uploaded to Azure as well. Okay, so now we're going to perform the upload. So you open the Azure Storage command line from the start menu, copy in your command line that you prepared earlier and press return. You may be prompted here with a notice that a job has already been started. If you tried once and you got it wrong, or there was a problem, this will come up. In this case, we didn't want to continue the operation, we just wanted to create a new one, which is what we're doing now. And as you can see, I had the log file open there, which is why that's failing, but we don't actually need to upload that, so that's not a problem for now. Depending on how many PST files you've got and what speed of internet connection you've got, this time can vary. I recently uploaded 40 gigabytes of PST files in around 3 hours on a 20 meg up connection. And you can check out your log file at the end in case there are any warnings. Mine here has a few warnings, but these were from previous jobs that I'd done where there were issues. This job actually completed successfully, but this is where you would look if you have a problem. Next, we're going to verify that the files were successfully uploaded. So we now want to open up the Azure Storage Explorer. And when the software has loaded up, you will see a plug symbol on the left hand side. We're going to click on that, which will bring up the wizard to connect an account. We want to select that we're using a SAS URI, and again on the second screen a SAS URI, and paste in the URL from your notepad that you took earlier. And this will show you a container called ingestion data, which is where your PST files will have ended up after your upload. So as you can see, if I expand the window here, you can see all the PST files I've uploaded. Some of these are from a previous import, but you get the idea. When you're done checking, be sure to detach the storage to make sure that Office 365 can access it properly whilst it's doing the import. So now we've checked everything's uploaded, we're going to tick both of the boxes on the import data screen and press next and select the mapping file. Now I'll show you mine here. They're quite simple to work with. All you really need to change is the name of the PST file that you've uploaded, the mailbox name, so this is the primary logon name of the user, whether it is an archive file or not, and the target root folder, which is where within the root of that person's mailbox you want everything to end up. So if you wanted everything within a subfolder of the user, give it a name here. So you select your mapping file and you validate. As long as that's validated, you will then be asked to save, and then this will then perform an analysis of your file. Press close. You wait for that to analyse. Once that's completed, you will then have the job saying it's ready to process, and then finally you start the job, and that will then begin to input your mail into those users' mailboxes. Depending on the size of the mailbox, this can take some time, but once it's done, you'll get a report at the end of any items that have been skipped, if for example they may be corrupted. If you have any questions, please leave a comment on the video or on the blog. Thanks for watching.